Hey, Rideshare Dan here. I was all ready to make a whole series of videos about Uber and me being annoyed with them about how they've implemented the flat rate surge and they did it 2 days before the start of the first parade weekend of Mardi Gras. And I had a whole bunch of stuff ready to be said about that. And then Lyft went ahead and pissed me off more. Why? Their cleaning fee policy. Now, driving for Uber, I've had situations where I have different levels of cleaning that needed to be assessed. One of them, vomit. Somebody puked in my car. Obviously, I was done for the night. I signed off. I took pictures. I made the report instantly, and then got my money. Fair enough. But there was another case where I had a bunch of people who were costuming or cosplaying after one of the Mardi Gras parades that we have that is called Chewbacca's, and it's sci-fi/fantasy themed. There's a whole bunch of different sub-crews within the crew of Chewbacca's. And one of the groups of people that came in my car, we had two women who were dressed up as if they were the woman version of Darth Maul. Their costumes were great. I loved them. I posed for pictures with them because I wanted to show everybody how awesome my passengers were. What I didn't realize about these passengers, however, was that it wasn't arm and leg stockings that were red to help them make them look like their skin was red, like Darth Maul's skin was red. No, it was body paint. And I didn't realize till the next day, after giving several rides, that they had red paint on my seats. Now, I have some cleaners that work really well. Got the red stains right up. Of course, I had to do work to clean them, and obviously I should get reimbursed for doing work to clean my vehicle for stains created by my passengers. Did Uber give me a problem? No. They paid me my money. I showed them the pictures. I was fortunate enough to take those pictures of those passengers and said, look, here they are. This is the red paint that's on their legs, and this is the red paint that's on my seat that I had to clean up. And they paid it out. Not a problem. Had it been Lyft, I would not have gotten paid. Because apparently sometime in the last couple of years, Lyft has changed their policies so that you must make the report immediately after it happens. You cannot give another ride. You must do it within 6 hours, even if it was your last ride. If you didn't submit it within 6 hours, let's say you didn't know that it happened, it's too bad. Lyft is not going to reimburse you. You have to give them, from what I've heard, and I haven't heard this from everybody, you have to be very detailed about what happened, maybe even including a passenger name, even if you don't have the one's name who actually did it. You have to have pictures, and some people have said those pictures need a timestamp. You have to, again, have not taken another ride from the ride of the passenger that incurred the damage, and you have to do it within 6 hours. Or else you're not getting reimbursed to clean your vehicle. And this is crap. Lyft needs to change this policy. And here's why. That example I gave with the costuming. I didn't know my seats were damaged. I gave several rides after that. I should not be punished for not knowing that a passenger damaged my vehicle until after the fact. I had another passenger on Lyft this past weekend, and that passenger was flat out drunk. I had 4 people in my vehicle, and she was, I have a van, I have a Toyota Sienna, and I had one person sitting up front, I had 2 people sitting in the middle row, and then she was lying across the back. I gave her the barf bag that I talked about in one of my other videos because, this right here, I had one of these in my car. And fortunately for her and for me, she didn't have to use it over the course of the ride. So good. But who knows what other messes she might have made. I mean, to be frank and maybe blunt, sometimes drunk people are also known to piss themselves. So what would have happened had the woman who was sitting all the way in the back pissed herself, got urine all over my seat? Now, I dropped them off. I don't check the back seat because I didn't hear any puke. And then I give a couple more rides. Maybe the next person sits in the front seat. Maybe I have people sitting in the middle row. Nobody goes to the back seat. 4, 5, 6 rides later, I get a Lyft XL ride, pick up a bunch of people. Someone goes all the way in the back, sits down and wet. What happens? Well, under Lyft's policy, I get no money for cleaning that mess. I have to stop for the night. I have to clean that mess up. I basically can't go out and drive again until the mess is clean, because I'm not going to be driving around in a car with piss-soaked seats. But Lyft won't assess a cleaning fee because their policies are ridiculous when it comes to cleaning fees. And some people have stated that there was abuse of the system previously, that there were drivers who were acting badly, who were doing certain things to defraud passengers and to get fake cleaning fees assessed so they could make money that they didn't earn. And you know what? That's terrible that drivers would do that, and I would hope that those drivers would be kicked off the system. But don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. There is no reason that Lyft has to make the policy that strict that you have to know that the damage took place. Lyft will assign you customers mid-ride. So if I accept the next trip, there's no way for me to check that there was a mess made. The only reason I knew that there was a mess made before the next trip is because I actually stopped for some food after the one that spilled a drink in my car. And then when I went to kind of reorganize things in the back, I noticed it was wet. I took the pictures, submitted it, not knowing about this policy. And that's the other problem, is that Lyft has not done an adequate job advertising this policy to its drivers. Drivers do not know that they will not be given a cleaning assessment fee unless they follow these certain steps. So the first time they get a mess in their car, it's basically a freebie for that passenger, because Lyft's going to say, we don't care. And honestly, Lyft, that's what you're saying to drivers when you do not allow them enough leeway to be able to make a report. It's ridiculous that it has to be 6 hours. It's very possible that you won't know that there was a mess until after 6 hours. And it's ridiculous that you have to do it immediately after that ride, because there's no way that you can guarantee that the driver will know that the mess took place right after that ride. The driver might not find out till a couple rides later, or maybe then even the next day. And it's ridiculous that you do not inform your drivers about this policy and the steps that they have to take, so that if they do happen to catch it after the ride, that they don't screw up and don't, dot all their I's and cross all their T's. Because literally, this is what went through my mind. I said, okay, I'm cleaning up my car as quickly as I can and as thoroughly as I can, taking the pictures first. I'm going to go make money during Mardi Gras, because there's a lot of Mardi Gras money to be made. And then when I'm done with my shift, that's when I'll give my report, because I didn't know any better. And now I do, but even then, after knowing better, it's still possible that I might have a situation where a Lyft passenger damages my car and I can't get any money back because Lyft's policies are way too strict and they need to change.